Hello, my beautiful Capricorns. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome back. Welcome to my channel. I am Lisa, and this is North Star Energy Healing. Sorry about my voice. I've been under the weather for basically 4 days and just kind of nurturing myself and nursing myself back to health. But there were 3 readings I didn't get to post on Friday, and I'm trying to get those done today as my voice is, good enough. So here we are. This is going to be for the week of May 11th or a little before, a little after, whenever you come to this. I'm confident there will be a message for you. Please remember this is a collective reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates for you and leave the rest. I am using my Council of Horses Oracle, the Animal Oracle, and my Gilded Tarot Royale, so let's get right to it. The card that came out for you is Nightmare, waking up to yourself, anxiety and confusion, identifying fear, acting on empowered instinct. I love this card for you. Allow the consciousness of fear to reveal important messages that protect you and the people around you. So fear can be a good thing sometimes, right? Fear of burning yourself on hot stove, those types of things. Fear can also be debilitating. But fear can also show us things that are unknown to us, right? Sometimes our guides show us things so that it will wake us up, so to speak, right? Waking up from your nightmare, so to speak. Waking up to yourself, right? So anxiety, confusion can be very debilitating if we let it take us over. So we need to wake up to the fear not being real, right? We need to wake up to that, wait a minute, things are going to happen whether I worry about them or not, so there's no point in worrying. Now, believe you me, I'm not pointing fingers because I have my own issues with worrying. But identifying that fear and acting on empowered instinct. What is your instinct telling you? Do you need to be afraid of this thing coming up? Maybe a talk with the boss or a talk with a family member, a talk with a spouse. Maybe it's even a new job. Is that realistic? Is your fear realistic, right? Allow that to come to the surface so that you can deal with it. Be empowered about it, right? So, yeah, you need to be able to wake up, and I know it's a challenge. Wake up and understand that whatever it is that's giving you that nightmare. Now, I'm not saying in the literal sense, but because it doesn't have to be a nightmare at night, but that's what they use in the Council of Horses Oracle, right? Don't let the fear debilitate you and stagnate you and freeze you in your tracks, right? Don't let that happen. Yeah, like I said, sometimes fear is a good thing because it makes us realize that we're being ridiculous, kind of. I'm not downplaying anybody's anxiety, by the way, because I have dealt with that all my life. I finally was able to get through it. Sometimes I had to say to myself, it's going to be okay, it's going to be okay, it's going to be okay. But nevertheless, I found a way to deal with it, right? I found what works for me. You can find what works for you, right? Empower yourself to understand that the fear is false evidence appearing real. Yeah. Wow. So many cards just flying out of the deck like that. And we'll see how this message all comes together once we get all the tarot out here. One more card to go, Spirit. One more. Okay. All right, so let's take these as they came. Ooh. So you're starting off with the King of Wands. Kings are at the top of the suit. Masculine energy for action and passion, and he looks like he's ready to do something, right? He is ready to take on the world. He is definitely not letting his fear hold him back. Look at his throne even has fire coming out of the back of it, right? Like wands. He's got his wand in his hand. He is getting ready to get up. Look at that amulet around his neck, right? The strength of a pyramid around his neck. All of that red and purple that he's wearing. He's able to take it on with no fear. And that is how they want you to do it. That's how Spirit, that's the message from Spirit, right? Conquer this by being the strong, empowered person that you are, my beautiful Capricorns. And look at this. Ace of Pentacles. This is the stag coming in with this big offer, something to do with work, your money, how you earn a living. There's some new opportunity that's going to present itself. Now, this could be the week of May 11th or a little bit after, whenever this comes in for you. Maybe this is coming in as an idea right now, and it's going to be put into action very soon after. Because this is the Three of Pentacles. Threes are creation and collaboration. Pentacles, how you earn your living, how you get your money, how you pay your bills. It's not just money, though. It's your time and energy and effort, right? Where are you putting those things? Use the fiery passion of that King of Wands to get it done, right? At the same time, you're going to tune into your gut with the High Priestess. She is between endings and beginnings, right? She is looking up to the heavens. She's tuning in to her third eye, to her gut intuition. This is a 2. This is definitely a choice, right? There's not much balancing going on with this one. This is more about the choice. You can end something and begin something new. And that goes right along with this Ace of Pentacles. But this is to do with grounding, like as above, so below. You're grounding in with that King of Wands energy. You're tuning into your gut with that High Priestess energy. Next, you have the Three of Swords. This is the second 3 in your reading. You have the Three of Pentacles, Three of Swords. Now, swords are communication. I often say that this card gives me the energy of a miscommunication. Some sort of conversation that happened, and it could possibly have happened at work because you have the Three of Pentacles, Three of Swords, right? Some sort of miscommunication happening that maybe caused you some heartache, right? It could be a romantic thing, but there's not a lot in this reading that have to do with that. So I'm going to assume this is going to have to do with the Pentacles energy, right? Some sort of conversation. Just trying to tune in to see what Spirit has to say about this. You're really feeling down about it. Something has got you feeling down. So you're in all this energy, and then all of a sudden you're like, damn, why did that happen? Oh man, why did they have to say that? Or why did I say that? Or why did that conversation happen? And then you move to the Nine of Cups, which is kind of a victory, right? Nines are accomplishment. So you got very emotional after this happened. And then you're like, okay, I got through that. I made it through that. Now I can celebrate. All this pent-up emotion about this Three of Pentacles, Three of Swords thing happening, but you did get through it. You got through it and you moved on, basically, because the 9 is right before the 10, which is completing a cycle. You have this High Priestess who's between the ending and beginning. So the ending happens after this conversation, but you do get through it and move on to the new thing. Now, Spirit is wanting me to get a couple of clarifiers from this mini deck. So from the beginning, right? Nightmare, waking up to yourself, right? Not letting fear take over, right? And then you go to that King of Wands energy, that fire and passionate energy, that fire and passion that you have. And then that stag with that beautiful new opportunity to do with, how you pay your bills, how you earn your living, work, business, could also be your time and energy, what you're putting forth. Moving to that Three of Pentacles, creating and collaborating with another, maybe with 2 others, right? 3 of you, creating and collaborating. as above, so below. Remember, you had that message also. Tuning into your staying grounded, but also tuning into the higher self, right? To your higher self, to your gut, to your guides. All right, so getting a little bit more information, you have the Five of Pentacles. And this, yeah, I think this may have to do with your work, your job, because we have three Pentacles here. And then another. Okay, definitely has to do with money and job, career. Okay, so clarifying, you have the Five of Pentacles. This fives are changing. This can be sometimes you're feeling left out in the cold. What happened during this conversation maybe that made you feel like, hey, what the hell's going on here? Like, why did that happen? Why did they say that? Why did, whatever it may be. And then this Six of Pentacles, sixes are harmony. This has to do with your money, time, and energy going into the wrong places. Is it time for you to leave that job? Is it time for you to do something else? Is it time to have a conversation, right, about this situation? Three of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. And then you have this Nine of Wands. So you have two accomplishments here. One has to do with the emotional side of it. One has to do with the action and passion side of it. So I really feel, Capricorns, like there's something to work through at your job or at your business or something to do with that, okay? Typically, my readings don't pinpoint something, but I really feel like in this case, you may have some fear or trepidation about something going on at work, but you get really fired up and passionate about that, and you move forward with these plans, right? Ace of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. Yeah, it's progressing. Your animal oracle is number 4. 4 is our stability or stagnation. In this case, the stability is going to be when you know that the fear is not real and you can move forward with this situation, right? So that you become more stable in how it is, right? Remember to ground yourself with that King energy and to tune into your gut with that High Priestess. But the Bear says, find strength in calmness and reflection. Find strength in calmness and reflection. So the Bear is saying that before you do move forward with this, be sure that you think it through. Not in a fearful way, right? Not in a fearful way, but in using your gut instinct and using your passions. As above, so below. Bringing those two together so you get your ducks in a row before you move forward with whatever this conversation is. The conversation could be something that you need to do, or it could be the catalyst that sets off this thing at work or in your business. Wow. Okay, Capricorns, I would love for you to let me know how this resonates. What was this? Was this a work thing? Was it a money thing, an energy thing? What was it for you? I would love to know. This is what I have for you for now, and until next time, peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.